Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dollar's Tactics. I told you, as soon as I figured out stages 9 and 10 of the Podarge Sanctuary, where are the three bears? Oh, that was bad. So I told you once I finished stage 10 that I would make a video showing you the team. And it's not even the team that I was trying to build, which is even crazier. So let's go straight to it. Let's try to make this one a little fast because I might lose. So I did not lose so far. I have not lost so far, but it gets kind of hairy. Now, this team comp, I know there's going to be a bunch of you that are like, yep, I knew that. You were probably trying to tell me somewhere. I didn't really listen, but this team comp, I'm going to give credit to the first person that I saw it from, and that was Baylor, who has been, who is in my Discord, and he's been a long time gaming buddy, going back to Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, Go Vanguard. So the credit goes to him. So that's going to be the safe word of the day, Baylor. But we're going to show it off right now. So this is it. So you guys saw in one of the comps that I showed you that were previously beating Stage 10, it did not have Sergius. It had Anya. It had Fire Anya. All right. So let's see. Can I show you the gear right now? I don't think I can show you the stats. So we'll go through all the heroes' gear, stats, speeds, all that after we do the run. But it is the exact same team, or one of the same teams that I had in my spreadsheet, except instead of Anya, it has Sergius. We're going back to the old Sergius TM loop. Now, you can see that the only hero I have really at high chivalries is Morgan at stage 10. So if you've been playing for any amount of time, you probably have a sufficient Morgan. And do you need really high level Morgans? I would say you just need past C3. Although the higher chivalries obviously come with higher speeds, etc. That's going to help. And she will take hits because she's a wind relic. And since the enemies are wind in the dungeon, they tend to pick on her because they get the elemental affinity bonus for attacking her. So you see, other than her at C10, Sergius C5. Do you need him at C5? No. He's not even Awakened 6. My Iwaret, who I just got like 2 weeks ago, is only C1. Only C1. His book isn't even done. Like I got nothing. I got like 1 out of 5 into his AoE attack, which is the one you want. We'll go through them all over at the end, but the point I'm trying to make is you don't need a whole lot of chivalries to actually get this done easily, which was really surprising given how hard it seemed initially. So let's show you the skill setup. So obviously Nika, you do want her doing her C3, then C1. Morgan, you want her spamming those AoE defense down, so you put the defense down on each ad, so then Iwaret can come around and pick them off. Now remember, Flame Nika does do AoE damage as well, so between her and Morgan doing AoE damage, Iwaret, unfortunately, since I don't have Nika C4, where she gets that extra vigor, a lot of times Iwaret's just doing his C1, or his S1, skill 1, because he doesn't have the vigor. Because really, it's all about the Sergius spam, turn meter loop. And Nika is there to keep everyone alive. And she does it well, especially since they're all serpents, although I don't think that affects her healing. So let's show the fight. Now, if you're going to do this on auto, you see I have here, I don't prioritize attacking the boss. Why? Because that gets you nothing. That gets you nothing in here. So if you're going to go in here, you're going to run this on auto, which you will, because we all want to run it on auto. You want to take this, make sure this is off, but then you also have to make sure you put it on for every other dungeon in the game where you want to attack the boss. This is the only one where you don't want to attack the boss, which is kind of cool. So let's just go down to 1. I want to keep my stamina, and let's begin. So I'm not going to target anybody. I'm going to move my mouse. Well, I'm going to leave my mouse on the screen so I can actually discuss things with you. But here you go. Here goes Iwaret. He's going to do his AoE. Boom. Decent hit. Nothing too crazy. Why? Because my Iwaret is only C1 with no skill ups into his S3. But he does the trick. Like, Morgan it's funny. Morgan does decent AoE damage for being a control unit. She does. She picks away enough. Okay, here we go. Let's move over to the pretty view so we can see more of what's going on. Da, 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 da. And really, it seems really slow at the beginning as we're whittling down this first stage of ads. And you guys can kind of get the gist of this whole fight already, given that you've seen it all now. Now it's just God take the wheel, or whoever you pray to. Not me, but there we go. Nice big S3 from Iwaret. That's very nice. But you see here too, let's I can't pause it, but they will get attack gauge disruption debuff put on them, and you can waste some S3s with Sergius. We don't want to have to manually play this dungeon. We don't. Do you? No. Do I? Hell no. Hell no. So here right now, Morgan's low. You know, sun's getting real low. But you see, as soon as she gets low, then she sleeps, everyone. Gives us a little bit of wiggle room for Nika to come in here and boom, heal her back up. And then we're off. So really, we've only killed what? One? We've killed one ad so far. Now, the boss is going to go into that charged attack mode where we have to kill one of the ads. Hopefully it comes pretty soon because we got two ads that are kind of low. But again, if the RNG doesn't line up nice, you might fail the run. I like doing this live because it shows you, here it is. Here's the charge attack. But luckily, Iwaret killed two people. Now we're going to take about a third of our health bar in damage. Perfect. Lined up perfectly. Boom, boom. I know Lancelot is really good in this fight, but Lancelot you want for more if you have Charlotte on the team. But then you need Vivian as well. See, and here we've killed a lot of ads before the boss actually gets a turn because of the turn meter looping from Sergius. A lot of ads. We might even get one more down. Let's see. No, the boss is going to go. And you see, barely a scratch. That was what? 20% of our health bar. Boom, boom, boom. The boss is coming down to that 50% mark. I'm out of vigor. Okay. I think that's it. 50%. What's the timer? You guys can't see the timer. 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Which is roughly on par with how fast we were doing stage 8 with Anya. When I was doing the Anya team. So unfortunately now there's silences. You can't really, dictate where those silences are going to land. If they land on Nika, that could be problematic because then you can't get off a heal. There's a lot going on in this fight. And like right now, look at Morgan was almost dead. And you're going to have runs where you lose Morgan. If you lose Morgan, you're cooked. See again, she's almost dead. But look at all the ads. They all have low turn meter, and since we have Sergius, we're gonna get a turn here with Nika, and she's gonna heal them all up to the east side. That made no sense. That was a bad joke. That was a bad joke. So you guys can kind of get the picture. It's messy. There's lots going on. It will get easier as you get more chivalries on your Iwaret, more chivalries on your Nika. Like even getting my Nika up to C4 for that extra vigor generation is going to solve a lot of problems and make this run a lot better because my Iwaret's going to be able to do his S3 more often. We're not going to skip some of those turns where Sergius can't S3 because there's no vigor. It's just going to make it better in general. Like there, Sergius got silenced, and now we're kind of behind the 8 ball. Now, this is the charge attack that's going to nuke a hero. But, you see, we got these guys all kind of low. So if we can kill a bunch of them, which Iwaret's going to do right now, I don't think the boss is going to nuke our hero. Because the amount of damage she does is dependent upon the amount of ads you kill during the charge phase. And we've killed 4 now, I think. Like, the boss didn't even get it off. So this run was arguably better than the first run I showed you on stage 8. I've done better on stage 10 using Sergius than I did on stage 8 previously. So that's it, guys. Wow, 10-minute video. That is unheard of in Dialar territory. So I know there was a lot going on. I know I didn't pause it. If you have any questions on the fight, put them down in the comment section below. Now we'll go and I'll show you exactly what is on my heroes in detail, so you can kind of get a sense of what's going on. Because the builds will matter. The builds will matter. Let's start at the C10. So Morgan is C10. She is in a vigor and an accuracy set. So for the purpose, what is important about this set, it's really just the speed. So you see she's not really that fast, which is odd. Is that an attack speed ring? Yeah, attack speed. So my vigor set is not that fast. 267, you're probably thinking, yeah, that's fast. It's not that fast because my speed set is 378. But the most important thing about this build for Morgan is that you want her as fast as possible in a vigor set, and you want her effect accuracy to be ideally 100% or more. 100% or more. Obviously, if I get a 6-star belt, I'll have over 100%. But that is ideal. That's really all you need for Morgan. For chivalries, mine is C10, but really this one, C3, is really the one you need. This one, if the target is afflicted with abnormal status, reduce the turn meter. We're not putting any abnormal status effects down on the bosses, so her C4 really does nothing. Right? Now, if she was to use her S3 and sleep people, or if she uses her S1 and sleeps people, I guess those are considered abnormal statuses, but that's going to be very, very few and in between and rare, and it's not really going to make a difference. Of course, you're going to get the speed bonuses, right? And then this one is nice. I will say, yes, the C8 is really nice because when she drops way, way down there, below that, below 50% health or something like that? I think it's 50% health, yeah. That mass AoE sleeping the entire enemies does give you a chance to get back up there. But you saw there was plenty of times in the fight where she was knocked right down, and then Sergius would turn meter, do his little spinny spin with the spear, and then Nika heal us back up. So that's my Morgan. Take away what you will. I know most of you, the vast majority, you will not have a C10 Morgan. Believe me, you will. I've crunched a bunch of her copies because you just pull her. You just pull her. And if you don't, well, you will eventually. Next one, Nika. All right. You see my Nika, I'm missing a bunch of passives and everything, right? And if you look at my relic, I don't have a whole lot of, it's 4 out of 6. Nothing crazy. My Nika's a work in progress. Yes, she is 6-star awakened. Gear, speed set, and life set. Why? More life, more she's going to heal your units. So mine is a beefy 42,000 HP. That is important. 237 speed. You do want her going fast. I do have a speed ring and that is not a speed one, but hey, recovery, right? She's going to heal more. Maybe that's nice. Maybe that's ideal. You see that my Nika is in a immortal set, which she gets that shield after she heals. It doesn't really matter. They're for the most part, they're not hitting her anyway. So the keepsake set doesn't really matter. What do I got on here? Crit rate. Oof, gross. But I think that is a 5-star. Well, do I have anything better? Crit rate. Crit damage. Nah, screw you. Okay. So the main important things here is her speed. You do want her, up there over 200 for sure. You do want her with HP and be able to heal your units, right? So speed set. Mine is only C3, so I am missing out on the benefit of this extra vigor charge. You see right here, right? That would make it easier. But can you do it with just C1? Probably. Because this one, yeah, you're going to get that extra vigor generation at the start of each wave, which does help. So if you have her at least C3, you're good. So that is her. Now let's go to Iwaret. You see mine? Flame Relic. There you go. 2 out of 4 on the AoE. It's pitiful. Pitiful. And you see I'm missing a lot of passives. Because I just got her 2 weeks ago. I'm still building her. Relics. Now, you do have to have the Flame Relic, which if you're watching this anytime after the recording of this video, or anytime a week after the recording of this video, because I'm going to launch it tonight, you do need the Flame Relic. It is a must. The Ice Relic will not do. You need the Flame Relic because the dungeon bosses and ads are all wind or storm element. And the Flame Relic is basically free with grinding, costs stamina, in the current event that is ongoing for another week at the time of this recording. You need this puppy. If you don't have it, well, then you're going to have to build a different team, and that's going to suck. But there is a cool team in the works. Not my team again. I will possibly build it and show you guys that later, which you don't need Iweret at all. But it does require an Anya Flame Relic. So that's harder to get. Flame Relic for Anya is harder to get. This one's easy. You just go farm the event and you get it for points. So let's look at his gear, or her gear. I'm constantly going to screw that up. Her gear. You see I am in an attack set and a crit set. So I am probably... so Iweret in her passives when attacking and for 2 turns, but it's a 4-turn cooldown, she does give herself crit rate 2, which is 40% crit rate. So how I have her geared currently is around that 50% crit rate. So then she's going to have crit rate close to 90% for the majority of the fight. There is going to be times until I get her with more, I think it's more chivalries. I think I can get that cooldown down, and with another point into that P1, I can get it so it's pretty much 100% uptime of ideal crit rate. But she's working just fine for me as is. So you see, bones like dead slow. I built my Iweret the same as I built my Bedivere. Slow and hits like a truck. So you see 5600 attack. That's only going to go up with more chivalries. Remember, mine is only chivalry 1. There's the old helmet. Let me do that. All right. So obviously you want to build attack, 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 hit accuracy. She gives herself hit accuracy, so a little bit more. It doesn't hurt. She's never going to miss. And pierce. So what's important, though, is this attack value and the crit rate value. Because she's also going to give her a whole lot of crit rate, or give herself a whole lot of crit rate off of her passive here. Was it this one? It's one of her. It's this one that you're never going to use. You're actually never going to use this S2. Why? Because that's a single target and you want to do AoE. So what does the AoE do? Just damage. This one, just damage. So these stats work. These stats work quite well. And then let's show you Sergius. My Sergius, I've actually been picking pieces off of my Sergius, which is unfortunate. You see, I got a green ring on him. Because I use Sergius a lot less than I used to when I started playing this game. 260, you do want Sergius fast. The faster he is, the more turns he's going to give your allies. You do want him in a vigor set. Accuracy, it's not as important. So if you got him in a wind relic, that's when you wanted the accuracy, because he had to reduce turn meter when he hit somebody that had his focus mark, or his focus. And I've just left it on him. Why? Because this one has 11 speed and this one has 9 speed. I guess I should be looking if there's other pieces that have more speed, because really, what is this defense, right? Because Flame Sergius isn't going to attack. You're not going to have to worry about Flame Sergius damage numbers. Mainly it's speed, so attack speed there, and a vigor set so that you're generating more vigor for the rest of your team. Nothing else really matters. Crit rate, non-existent. Crit damage, non-existent. Attack, non-existent. Really, Sergius is just a big old vigor battery that speeds up your team. That's it. And I can't even call him a vigor bat. Well, no, he does generate some vigor at the start of battle. He does, and I think he does generate some vigor when people hit the mark. I don't want to go into his kit. It doesn't matter. I got a deep dive on him. So that's the team, ladies and gentlemen. fairly, I don't want to say fairly quick and simple, because it's not. It's not quick and simple. I know the vast majority you might not have a 6-star Iwaret. You might not yet have Flame Sergius if you've started recently, but don't walk into this relic from the clan shop and try to get him up to C3 from Arena. Just buy copies of him and pile it into him. C3, I think, is where it's fine. I don't even think it matters, but I think it's fine. Morgan, if yours isn't C10, she has to be C3. C3 Morgan is one of the priorities in this game. You have to have it. Now, I just come to think of it now, the majority of you are not going to have her Wind Relic. So you're probably going to be asking in the comment section, or especially if you haven't made it this far in the video, can I do it with the Flame Relic? The answer is probably maybe, but I lean towards no. Because the reason why the Wind Relic is so good is that it puts that AoE defense down on, and when you run her in a Flame Relic, they tend to kill your Iwaret. They will focus on her because they're all in fire, and she's the highest attack, which I think there's a little bit of a hard coding in this game for higher probabilities of heroes to attack the person with the highest attack, or for enemies to attack the person with the highest attack. So this is probably going to be what's holding you out. Let me just pull up the spreadsheet, and I will show you again the other teams that can beat this thing. Okay, I got them. The spreadsheet is linked in the description below. Dungeon teams. Here we go. Scroll down, and I will be adding this team to this list as soon as I get it done. Okay, here we go. So here we go. Podarge Sanctuary. I will put the link for stage 10 run right here. Insert row below. Right there we go. So now it's going to be right there. And you see that these are the teams I was running for stage 1-8. Lancelot does work, and I will put the skill orders here as well. So this team right here was the one I was trying to build. It's really small. Let me blow it up for you. There we go. There we go. And then let's slide her over. Okay. So it was Nika, Iwaret, Wind Morgan, which is all what we used, but then that Fire Anya. I could not get that team to work. And then the other team was Charlotte, Vivian, Flame Morgan, and Flame Lancelot. If you have Vivian and Charlotte and Flame Lancelot, some of you might be able to build that team. But you see, look at this, 16 minutes. You can't see it's really small, but I'm looking at it. It's a 16-minute fight, which is a 5-minute fight, whereas this one is a 3-minute fight with this team right here. I'm assuming their Nika is higher chivalry. So there is one other team, and I'm just going to say it. I'm going to list it off. It's not my team, and I don't remember who said it, but I can't give them credit. But it is Nika, Morgan, Flame Anya, and Flame Boars. Why does that work? Because Boars gives increased counterattack damage. Oh no, it was Flame Morgan, Flame Nika, Flame Iwaret, Wind Anya. So you can get Wind Anya in the event as well. Wind Anya, and then Flame Boars. Because what that does is then, since she's Wind, they have a higher propensity to attack her, and she's going to counterattack and nuke everybody. So once I get that done, because my Flame Boars is really, really, I have no development into his Flame Relic. Once I get that done, I'm going to show that off as well. That's not my team. I don't know where. I think that came from somewhere over on Stu's Discord. So credit to that person. I didn't see it there. I heard it third hand through my clan's Discord. So that's all the teams. That's the run. Look at that. I extended this almost to a half-an-hour video. Now I'm happy. So again, the word of the day, the safe word of the day, is in honor of who I got this team comp from. That is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Bahlor. Bahlor. Spell it correctly. Put that down in the comment section below. I'll know you made it to the end of this video. I hope this helps you. Don't roast me too hard. Again, this is the end. This is the end game dungeon in this game. Not supposed to be easy. Took me a whole week. It's not too bad. A little disappointed in myself, but it's not too bad. Technically not a week because it came out on Wednesday, and today is Monday, so 5 days. That's not bad, is it? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you right there. You know, safe word of the day in the comment section below. Thank you all for coming. I'll catch you in the next one. Later. Cheers. Peace. Bye-bye.